Hello, hello, and welcome to Drawing with Dannphan. Woo! I hope you guys have been having a good day, month, week, having a good time overall. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. I felt like I had so much time before I was going to hop on here and stream, but then I spent so long just like making minor adjustments to the sketch. And I hate making those minor edits and minor adjustments on stream because I feel like nobody really understands why I'm changing the things that I am. I don't even really fully understand like what I'm doing, and it's just a tedious process. I don't think it's very fun to watch, and I don't think people I get insecure. So, there's that. But yeah, I keep on coming back to this, and I probably should be done it maybe by now already, but it's one of those things. I figured I would save it for a stream, and then like an hour before stream, I just keep on adjusting it, and time flies by. You know how it is. But yeah, so this is a chapter cover I was working on for Reaper 2. It's a simple one, It's part of the reason I don't do drafts usually on stream, is because I feel like I'll just spend an ungodly amount of time adjusting it over and over and never actually finish it. I mean, I don't even know if I'll finish this one on stream, honestly. But we'll do our best. We'll do our darndest to see how far we can get. Already exhausted. We just started, and I'm already like, I don't want to stream anymore. Spent so much time adjusting this instead of preparing myself to actually get on stream. And now people have to listen to me complain. What a terrible start. All right, well, I'll tell you, like, I guess what I'm worried about primarily on this one. I think overall it kind of looks fine. You can tell what's happening at the very least. It's legible. It is legible art. I think Ginger probably looks the most normal. Ichabod's face, I don't think is correct at all. It's such a weird angle because it's like kind of tilted and then also looking down. And it's not the looking down part that screws me up with heads. It's the tilting. It is the tilting of the head that always messes me up. Straight heads are best heads, but as soon as they get tilted, it really messes with my brain. So that's what I am dealing with when it comes to him in this one. I'm not really like 100% sure. Like, I guess his head is probably too big, so it should be like more. I don't know. Maybe his face itself is just also like too down. Maybe it should be like more like that. Something like that. And then this also looks like kind of wrong. Stupid tilted heads. I hate heads when they tilt. Bad heads. That looks more like a head than what I drew anyway. Anyway, just ignore Ichabod, and we'll be ready to start. We'll start with Ginger because she looks kind of normal. And yeah, yeah, she looks cute here, right? She looks anime-esque. She kind of looks a little Ghibli-esque. I didn't intend for her to look Ghibli-esque. Maybe I just made her face a little bit fat. You know, you ever notice that about Ghibli faces? It's usually like just kind of fat, just a little bit. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I guess they're going for like that chibi look, so it makes sense for it to look a little bit of a fat face, right? I can make it a little skinnier, perhaps. That is a slightly skinnier face. But still get to keep that. I mean, I guess some people might like the Ghibli look. So, yeah. I like sketching process, but usually in speed draws because, yeah, there are a lot of tweaks. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. There are a lot of tweaks. Let's just pretend the girl is the main character. Yeah, let's go with that. Ginger is officially the main character of the Reaper series. She is the Reaper, and it's time to reap. That's her catchphrase. It's time to reap. I could actually go much lighter. Sorry, I draw super zoomed in. I know that bugs some people. It's because I have very bad eyesight. That's my cope. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that really works with the missing tooth or not. There's like that classic smile with like the little teethies, and I tried to do something like that. I don't know if that really works with the works as well, at least. Could just maybe omit. It looks fucking weird. She looks like a pirate. It's fine. Maybe I can make it a little more subtle. Subtlety. Yeah, she still kind of looks like a pirate, gotta say. Alright, well, we tried. Like the cute little noses. I try to reserve them for just the kid characters, though. I think when you use them too much, everyone just looks like a bunch of mouth breathers. Oh man, there's this one anime reviewer that I watch. He does have genuinely pretty good reviews, although he's very well, everybody who reviews anime is like biased towards their own preferences, right? So sometimes if he didn't vibe with something, he just won't do as good of a job covering it. But the stuff that he's passionate about, he does a very good job covering it. And I do figure out a lot of neat new OVAs to check out thanks to his well-made reviews. So that's nice. The reason why I bring him up is because one of the things that he prefers not is the anime girls with like the little tiny slit noses, you know, like where it's just a little line and maybe a nostril. And it's like, I don't want these mouth breathers in my anime. So that is why I have thought of him. Such a funny thing to say. And he pulls up like a 90s anime character, and she has like a big nose, right? Because back in the 90s, they used to be like, whoop, super giant noses. So he pulls up like some 90s OVA woman, anime woman nose, and he's like, look at the beak on this bird. Oh, jeez. I love that. That's one of the things that our friends and us quote. Just because it's so fucking funny. People listening to me ramble, they're like, man, this Dannphan character is really weird. Why does she think big noses are funny? Escaflowne nose. Yeah, that's true. Escaflowne has the big noses. Yeah, come on. Bring that stabilization down. Ugh. I don't even remember, like, I mean, I was alive during the switch, I guess. We would call it the switch of the modern anime style, where, like, it used to be super big nose, and then at some point it was just slit. It was just, like, maybe triangle nose, right? I don't remember, like, when or how that started, though. When did they make the switch? When did it happen, you know? Is Adam doing okay? Haven't heard from him in a couple days. Always like busy with random stuff. He's doing fine. I'll let him know that you're waiting on him. Noses and ears are a paradox because they're strange looking, but people without them look strange. I guess that's one way to summarize it. I think they can look strange. They're not like the most attractive part of the body, but they're like kind of crucial for something to look normal. I guess I can add a few lines for blush. I was going to just like have it be some gray tone or something, but I can always do both. I wonder if I should got back to digging through forgotten anime. Go back, yeah. I mean, I've been kind of on, I guess you might call it an OVA anime kick lately. No regrets. I've discovered some fun stuff. I've also, like, finally started and just left behind for whatever reason. I finished Trigun. Yes, that is the name that I was looking for. I finished Trigun finally. There is still like a movie like Trigun Badlands. I don't know if that's supposed to connect to the series at all. So I was considering also watching that. Maybe I'll do a Trigun review on the channel because they do have that new series. So maybe that is relevant. Is that relevant content? Will I get the big bucks for covering it? Let me know in the comments section. I do like the art style much more in the original. Not a fan of the new art style that they went for the remake. I don't know what they were thinking. But I mean, people like it. They say that like the animation quality is still there, even though it's a completely different style. So, you know, whatever. To each their own. It's okay to be wrong sometimes, you know? In general, I find that I'm more drawn to very early 2000s and like 90s, 80s type of anime. I can't 100% tell you why. I'm not gonna psychoanalyze myself. But for whatever reason, yeah, the style, I dig it. I wonder if there's a better way I can do these braids. I noticed like a lot of other artists who do braids, they tend to like just focus on simplifying them. I think the most simplest version that I have seen tends to just be like the circles, which works. I mean, that is a great way to save time on doing braids. But I don't know. Maybe I could make them look prettier if I didn't try to simplify them. Not the new series, all but the new one. I hear the manga is very different. I need to go back and read it. Is it one of those things where the anime was like an original thing, but then the manga maybe was like made afterwards? Because sometimes that happens, where it's like an original TV anime. It's not like based on a manga, but then later on they like come out with a manga and the vibe is like super different. It's kind of going to be a weird tangent, isn't it? Oh, I made her sleeves so poofy. Maybe I can make them even more poofy to avoid that tangent. I do overall like drawing with vectors because of how much option I have to fix things and like reformat things without it pixelating and etc etc. But sometimes it's just a big old pain. I wonder, would drawing be easier if I just didn't? Thank you to Man Carry. At work, keep fighting, we'll catch rerun. Well, no problems there. You can be the VOD squad. Special VOD squad. I think the manga wasn't finished, so they did the thing where they just made a new ending, like Fullmetal Alchemist. That's interesting. Okay, because I did kind of think the ending was maybe a little questionable. But there's a bunch of things about Trigun that felt a little off. It had a killer opening, though. Like, I thought the opening to the series was quite good. And then there's just, like, kind of a little more confusing parts. Like, okay, what are they trying to say here? Are her arms too long? I don't know, chat. Are these arms too long? Well, if her hand starts here, I guess it's... Her arms might be too long. Oh no! Did Dannphan make an oopsie? Maybe her hands are actually what's too long. I gave her them Jack Skellington hands or something. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I can also give Reaper updates, since that is, like, somewhat the topic of the stream. Fullmetal Alchemist, I heard, like, good things about both. Yeah, so Fullmetal Alchemist is one of those, rare exceptions where, they have to make up the story on the spot, but, like, the people in charge of the anime are just, like, already good directors and already kind of know, like, the story elements well enough to run with it or roll with it. I wouldn't say that the story to the original Fullmetal Alchemist is very good either. The ending has got to go down as one of the most what the fuck endings to anime of all time. That first one, Full Metal Alchemist. And it led into a movie, too. I didn't watch the movie. I just watched the end of the anime and I was like, what the fuck was that? But maybe if I watched the movie, it would be better. I don't know. Someone out in the comment section probably watched the movie and they're like, oh no, it wasn't that bad actually. It made total sense once you watched the movie. But yeah, as far as story make sensey, Brotherhood is better, right? Because it's actually like kind of the intention of the mangaka, how it ended. But they were just so good at like keeping your attention with the original anime because they were just good directors and good writers. And so even though there were certain things that didn't really, come together as well as it maybe would have if it was being written by the original writer, it was still very interesting and very fun to watch. And so, yeah, a lot of people will recommend the original anime because the directing is just so good. And the new elements that they put in there are good. And I would actually say that they probably directed some scenes better than the remake. And you just won't get to experience those talents if you only watch the remake. Even though, like, the story makes more sense. There are things to be gained from both, so I think that's why people would recommend watching both. But, what are downsides to vector lines? Well, sometimes vector lines are like kind of using math to do things, right? So sometimes it's not as easy to erase them or change them. It's not as easy to maybe get a perfect shape all the time. Or get a perfect line thickness all the time. If you notice in a lot of my art, you'll get like maybe all the time. Part of that is like maybe intentional sometimes, and part of it's maybe not so much intentional because it's just trying to control vectors can be a little bit finicky. Or trying to adjust vectors can be a little bit finicky, I should specify. It's like when I first put down the line, I have like control over how thick it is. But if I then go back and like edit the line with another line and one of those lines is super thin and one of them is super thick, then it'll look fucked up. You know what I mean? And then there are other instances where you kind of get that effect. The primary reason why I enjoy vector lines is, well, minor adjustabilities, certain speeds that you get. Not that it's always the faster option, but sometimes it is. And being able to reformat without pixelation. That's a big one. Especially when you're printing. But I wouldn't exactly say that there's like no downsides whatsoever. There are. There are some things that you could probably do better just by using regular lines. And I know a lot of artists who never touch vectors, and they're all better than me. So, you know, it's not a sure thing, no matter what. Give her like kind of pumpkin-y sleeves over here. I can sort of like maybe give that more shape with some shading, but part of me is also thinking, maybe I should just like move on, sketch out the whole body first, and go back to this. Any anime from the current winter season got your interest? Well, obviously Freerun, right? How can I not watch the new season of Freerun? Yeah, like I said, I've mostly lately been watching a lot of old anime. Which, you know, I'm not saying you have to watch old anime in order to encounter good stuff or anything. But there's a certain type of charm with a lot of classic stuff that you might not get with the newer, more what word would I use to describe it? I don't want to say it like modernized, but it is certainly a different type of style for this time type of anime. Like anime that was made in the 90s is made in a certain, and directed, of course, in a certain way that's different than what you'll get from a modern anime. It's funny that the word modern is like now kind of considered an insult because every time people are talking about something modern, they are talking about something bad. But in this case, I really do just mean like today's age and no real bad context over it. I'm just, yes, anime made today is like different vibes from anime made in the 90s. I also hate that. Just like, oh, you didn't close the line enough. Shut up. You know what I meant. Give me a sec. Just gonna get some water. Ah, that's good. Water's great. Have you ever seen Wrath of the Ninja? No. There's certain of different stuff with ninja in the title, though. Especially in that time period. Ninjas were all the rage. Alright, I think I will have this come out a little bit more. Give the dress a little bit more flow. I don't remember tilting the canvas. That's a little bit scary. Okay. The ghost has possessed my computer. Or, more likely, I just forgot. This line is not attached to anything and I don't like it. Okay. There we go. She's looking acceptable at the moment. This could be... I feel like I could probably add these lines. This is all going to be like black, right? Like this whole dress part is going to be black. So part of me is like wondering, how am I going to shade it? I think what I might do is just have like a gray screen tone be like the light parts, and then like the darkest parts be black, and then maybe these lines down here I make them white. It's usually, I guess, my go-to for doing things, just so they're still visible. Feel so bad when I put all this effort into line work that never even gets shown in the official completed. I don't know if you guys would ever be interested in me doing reviews of super old OVAs or just in general more classic anime. I kind of partly enjoyed doing the thrift store anime reviews just because it was like stuff no one had ever heard about. You know? Sometimes those are the exact kind of reviews that I want to see people make. Because it feels like anime reviews have just become like, I'm going to talk about what's popular and pretend that I like it because everybody else likes it. And then that way I'll get a bunch of views and make a bunch of money. And, you know, I understand that has its audience, but I actually want to like discover something new and not just hear about what everybody else likes just because, you know, something is popular at the time. Sometimes the things that I like and the things that are popular are not exactly the same. And it's really fun to find out about these hidden gems that like hardly anybody knows about. It's like being a part of a special club. You're so special. Secret anime review club. Reviewing crappy anime DVDs. It's also fun, of course, when they're crappy, right? Because then you can have fun shitting on them. You'd be like, oh my god, this anime is so bad. How did this get made? With that in mind, I think maybe it might be fun to do reviews of older anime as well. Even if they're like just older popular anime that I just never got around to watching until recently. If they must, still be popular for people to watch it, that's kind of fine. But I feel bad just only talking about a thing just because everybody else is watching it and not because I had any interest in it. That's what feels bad, I guess. It like kind of takes away the personal part of like doing the videos. I have some more thrift store animes that I've watched but just haven't reviewed yet. I'll have to get on that video. I think I want that to be like the first video that I make when I finally get back to making videos. It'll be a long time coming. Alright, Ginger, looking pretty cute so far. Let's keep up the good work. The Anime World Order podcast avoids the super popular stuff and offers actual critical reviews. Yes, like critical reviews. People get so mad at me. I don't understand, like, where's the anger coming from? Whenever, like, I review something and I like it and I say that I like it, but then I critique some parts that, like, I feel could be better, and people get so mad. It's like, where's this coming from? I said I liked it. What's the problem? I don't know. Some people are just like treat it like it's a cult, I guess. They're like, well, if you don't blindly worship it, then you're not a real fan or something. Don't think about what you consume. Just consume. It's like, guys, this isn't healthy. You gotta, I know that you like the thing, but you still gotta think about the thing. Call me crazy. We should think about the stuff that we watch. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I don't think it'll... about an anime that you overall like, I think that's fine. I am not going to get angry at you and call you a fake fan if you do that. I think that's fine. You know, looking back on it, I really did not have to add these tiny little frills underneath her dress. Don't know why I did this to myself. I mean, I guess they look nice, right? That's the idea. But man, especially on this particular drawing, like, kinda barely even notice them. So it's kind of like, well, why did I even put them there to begin with? I'm such a fool. The show I like is Perfect Dannphan. You are the one that is wrong, not me. Yeah, there you go. That's it. You know, I got comments like that for even Freerun, and at this point, I feel like I'm known as Freerun's biggest defender because of that one the one video I made about the demon poster. But yeah, my original, and granted, I didn't think I did a great job in that video where I first talked about Freerun. There are other critiques you could make about that video. It just wasn't like, it was kind of slapped together very quickly. Other things that I could have talked about, but I gave it like a positive review. I was like, yeah, it's good. Here are some of the things that I think could have been better, though. I want more Stark, and also, like, oh, I don't know how I feel about how the author handles this magical mechanic. I don't know how that's going to go in the long run. I think those were, like, the only 2 critiques I gave in that video, actually. I think I might have said that I wasn't, like, super into the magic... what would I even call it? The magic fight tournament? Yeah, that's usually what people call it. They call it, like, a tournament arc. It's not really a tournament arc, but, like, yeah, sure, kinda, I guess. But yeah, I wasn't, like, the biggest fan of that arc. But I understand, like, why it exists. I understand what the writer was trying to do, like, with setting up all these new characters. And it was still fun, even if it, like, took away from the main story. It was not filler or anything, but I like the main story. I like the demon killing. So I was like, And also, like, my favorite character, Stark, is not a part of that arc. So it was a little bit of a bummer. That's it. That's all. So I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But, like, overall, I think Freerun is a masterpiece. So I don't know what... I don't know what else you guys want me to say. There's only so much I can completely praise it. I really, like, went very simple with her socks and shoe here. I guess it's fine, but, like, her footsie is kind of small. It looks cute because it's small. But is it too small? It is going, like, towards us. And that's another thing that I have a little bit issue with, is, like, feet and hands going towards you perfectly straight. That's difficult. It's difficult. So it's head tilts and feet moving towards you completely straight. No, it's mind-boggling. But yeah, we'll have to work on that in the future. All right. Freerun has very good background music as well. Yeah, absolutely. I have the whole soundtrack. Can't wait to hear all the new all the new music that they added for season 2. Hey, Dannphan, what would you say is your favorite type of manga? Type of manga? Well, I really like fantasy. honestly. I don't know if that's obvious by the fact that I'm doing a fantasy comic. It's not even my first fantasy comic, I guess. I guess I've done at least 2 at this point, because I did Horizon Quest before that. Granted, I didn't write Horizon Quest, but I drew it, and I helped. I helped. That's enough for me. Man, Adam's birthday is coming up, and admittedly, I haven't even finished his Christmas present. It's so tragic, isn't it? I feel awful. I do gotta finish it soon. He wanted me to do an art piece for him, and I did something a little bit complicated, right? And I don't want to mess it up, so I put off working on it for a while. And before I get some rando comments like, "Oh, well, Dannphan, you're such a bad girlfriend for not finishing his Christmas present." He didn't get me anything either, so shut up. Not that he's not going to. It's just one of those things. Both of us have just kind of been very busy. Obviously, me doing Reaper, this has taken up way more of my time than I originally intended. Not that that's the worst thing to get your time taken up by, because I do like working on it still. But I just feel bad that it's not done yet, you know? That makes more sense for a shoe. But yeah, I guess going back. Sorry, I didn't mean to trauma dump in the stream here. Going back to your original question, Miss Melting Moon. Yes, I love fantasy. I also am a big fan of romance. Before you guys comment, oh, romantasy. Yeah, I guess, but no, right? Yes, technically I would love romantasy, but the type of romantasy that women write, it has not been good. It's known for being actually very bad. I would more so blame that on just it being for young adults than anything else. Young adults, and then also just horny middle-aged women looking for porn to read. That's what makes it bad. It's not the idea of romantasy that's bad. It's just the type of people who write it. They're just bad. But not me. Not me. I'm gonna do a good job. Trust me. God, my computer fan is blowing up. Ugh. I feel like I messed up this foot. The original might have even been better. Just maybe arc it so that this has a little bit more volume, maybe. It technically has more volume. It still looks messed up, but don't judge me. I'm still learning. Still learning art, guys. I'm doing my best. Let's straighten this little bit. Whew, boy. Spend way too long on this stupid foot. I don't like drawing feet. Just random confession here. Don't enjoy drawing feet at all. I don't like looking at them. You kind of have to look at them to know how to draw them. So it's pure misery. Whenever anything involves feet. Stupid, stupid feet. Thank you for the donation code, Melton. I've missed a few Fridays. I hope all has been well. Never been on a drawing stream before. Well, welcome aboard. As you can tell, I've been doing them very randomly. I haven't been very consistent with these drawing streams. Am I doing with this? I guess if her arm is reaching out more, maybe her elbow would be over there. But shouldn't it be more like this? Her elbow should be here, right, guys? Why am I asking you? I don't think, yeah, I think I just drew her elbow in the wrong spot. But it's hard to tell without, like, a reference. Nah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just stretching out my hands for a bit. Just, I need a mirror. This isn't gonna work. Yeah. You like romance and fantasy, not smut. Absolutely. 100%. As it turns out, that can be difficult to find, but I think that there is a demand for it if anyone wants to contribute to that field. Imagine if we just got, like, romance fantasy that wasn't smut, guys? And that was just the norm? That would be crazy. What the hell? That would be amazing. What would you say you hate drawing the most? For me, it's feet and guns. It either looks really good or really bad. Oh, man. There's a lot of things that I don't really like drawing. I mean, yeah, feet. I don't like feet. Because, like I said before, you have to, like, look at feet in order to draw them very well. And I don't really like looking at feet either. I don't hate drawing guns or really mechanical things in general. The issue is just that I'm not good at it, right? But it's not that I just dislike doing it. Flower crowns in the way. Hands looking a little skinny. Add a little bit more palm there. That's good. Damn, I'm almost done, Ginger. It's terrible. That means I'll have to move over to Ichabod. Damn it. I don't want to. Your foot is still messed up, though. So, maybe I should fix that. Because I made this, like, tilted too much now. So now the rest of it needs to be also tilted to this direction, like that. Sometimes it's just way easier to redraw something completely instead of trying to fix what you've already drawn. Don't know how many people can relate to that, but let's try to half-ass this. Truly a sign of a great artist when they say, let's try to half-ass this. See, doesn't that look way more normal? Yeah, that's what it needed. Make this point towards the center of the foot. I think this could be a little bit more rounded. That's probably fine. Could have more toe, though. More toe. More room for toe. Yeah. I'm going to chalk that up to good enough for now. Ew. Her feet are still, like, unbelievably tiny, right? Like, if we compare it to the hand, right? I think it's about as big as this hand. Yeah, just about, yeah. Could be perhaps bigger. I do have issue with foreshortening, of course. Something that I have to work on. Ew. There's a lot of things I gotta work on, really. But we're just gonna tackle things as they come. For now, I have my duty to finish this campaign. So we'll focus on that for now. It's a little bit easier like that. I think that should be fine for now. I would draw like the rest of the leg and the rest of the hand, but I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter. Part of me was like, should I draw everything on the same layer? Like, Bod and Ginger, like, on the same layer with the line art, because they are kind of overlapping each other. Maybe that would be easier. I don't know. But all I know right now is that I don't want to draw Ichabod because I messed up his face. So don't worry about it. Let's just do a little bit of shading. For shortening and perspective, yeah. It's something that you can't really avoid either when you're like trying to do comics. Although I have tried. Reaper, luckily, for those of you who backed the campaign, it doesn't have that much further to go until we get to the end. I guess shade this part. The amount of pages that still need to be done, I believe right now it's 28 that I'm still inking up. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, when you've been inking like almost 200 pages, 28 doesn't sound so bad all of a sudden. Man, with these kind of sleeves, it's like a little bit weird trying to figure out like what is the best way to like have this poofiness, right? But then add a dent, add a wrinkle, right? While still maintaining poof. In theory, I should have had this figured out when I was doing the previous step. It's okay. Let's just get rid of this. My wrinkles weren't very good on the sketch. They don't have a lot of practice doing wrinkles, so I'm still like kind of figuring that out as well. Who just beat 3 hopes. Nice, nice. I have her well in the process of writing a book, and it does have one intimate scene. What were people talking about? What did I miss in the chat? The game is just like, stop hiding every instance of someone saying sex. Like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, I look away for 2 seconds and you guys are talking about fucking. I guess because I mentioned the romanticy thing. Is that what it is? Mentioning smut. And then I got the topic started about smut. I'll take responsibility for this, guys. Don't worry about it. Alright, I think she's just about done. Let's get started on that dress of hers. Let's get started adding the blacks. What? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to zoom in and out that quickly. You. I'm a little bit crazy about making sure like every itty bitty tiny white space gets filled in. So don't mind me. Very particular about this. Alright. Now we figure out the shading part of this. So, oh wait, did I get the every itty bitty piece, every one filled in? Okay. I'm just gonna copy. Right. Fix this. I'm gonna just block out. I guess the first thing to do is like, oh, find your light source. That's what it sounds like when you're finding your light source. It sounds like Goofy. Let's just maybe. Then again, there's a giant tree here. I don't know about that. The tree is causing a cast shadow, but maybe it should be more like this. That's a light source, right? And a clicking of the. Let's make it green. We have green light. This is how I've decided it should be, until I change my mind about it. Alright. So coming downward. This might be hit. I don't think this would be hit, actually. Her head would probably be in the way. Let's see, it gets on her back. These little pieces. Definitely. Is it making weird shapes? butchered the word intimacy. Lamel. I have a digital folder containing many anime OVAs and lesser known anime films. That sounds interesting. That'd be good for like a quiz. See how many everybody knows, I guess. Admittedly, Gabe, I don't think I know any of those. I don't think, anyway. Sometimes I will watch something and, it's just not very good. So I immediately forget everything about, like, I immediately forget the title. I only remember, like, parts I didn't like. I watched one recently that falls under that category. During my OVA kick, I, like, watched one. And I immediately forgot what it was called. And actually, it's probably going to be the darkest in the middle, so maybe just block out this. Maybe block out this. So it's probably better to have that in the dark. It looks more interesting. It's not thick enough, is it? Alright. Recently, me and Adam have been playing the Kingdom Hearts games. We, like, played through Kingdom Hearts 3 and played through well, it's actually kind of funny, like, the order of which we've been playing Kingdom Hearts games. It's like the only Kingdom Hearts games that we had really played through was like a little bit of one, but not like the whole thing, right? And then Chain of Memories. And people might find this very strange, especially if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan. But Adam's first Kingdom Hearts game that he ever played was Chain of Memories, of all things. Very odd first one to start. He loved it. I mean, he had no idea what the fuck was happening, but he loved it, so it all worked out, right? This is a tricky one to do. I'm sorry, I have like I have borderline no control of this zoom in at this point. It has a mind of its own. And so anyway, together we started playing, I mean, like Kingdom Hearts 3, because that was the new one that came out. And then we just got through Kingdom Hearts 2, and now it's like we're going through them backwards, which is fine, I think. Adam kind of knows the more deeper lore parts, so he's like telling me whatever I need to know. Because this is my first time going through them, but he's played them before. It is very, I don't know how everybody else feels about this. Feel free to give me your hot takes in chat, of course. It is very jarring going from 3 to 2. And I don't just mean because there's like a bunch of in-between story things that happen, right? That don't happen in 2, but happen in some like weird other Kingdom Hearts game that might be like a mobile game or like whatever the fuck they did. Their weird business decisions. But it's jarring also because the writing is so different. Like Sora in Kingdom Hearts 3 is like so different from what I got in Kingdom Hearts 2. And that's, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean Kingdom Hearts 2 is so much better written, like kind of objectively, and it's like when I was first playing with Kingdom Hearts 3 with Adam, I was just like, yeah, it's super corny. That's how like kind of I expect Kingdom Hearts to be. Yeah, super corny, not a lot of character. Yeah, that's how I expect it to be, right? I wasn't expecting much going in. And then I get to Kingdom Hearts 2 and I'm like, what the fuck? This is good. What happened? I could have had this. The writing, it's good. What happened? It made me realize, all the things that Kingdom Hearts 3 was missing, really. And not that the writing was like terrible in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just like the expectations are so much lower. Or at least my expectations were like lower, and they were met with the lowness. And I remember Adam also like kind of mentioning like, this is not really like how Kingdom Hearts normally is, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, I don't know, like it's kind of a corny game with Mickey Mouse in it. It's, I expect it to be kind of corny going in, and he's like shaking his head like, no, you don't understand. The writing was so much better in previous Kingdom Hearts games. And I had no idea. I didn't understand. I was just like, yeah, Adam with his rose-colored glasses probably thinks it was better. But no, he was right. He was absolutely right. As soon as we started playing Kingdom Hearts 2, I was like, oh my god. Sora actually has a character in this one. What the hell? How did that happen? It was great. We had a fun time. There's also a lot more content in the first game, or in 2 than in 3, it seems. Okay, maybe this is about 70-ish. What do we got? We got line. Is line good? I kind of like line to some extent because it's like, oh yeah, you can make it go in this case, like, oh, you can make it come from the direction of the sun, and that'll look interesting, right? This already kind of looks interesting. I don't know. Noise also is kind of interesting. Kind of, sometimes it's good for like spooky things, but sometimes it looks kind of nice for fabric. I also like cross. Cross is good for fabric. Maybe not at this angle though. You know, I think line was the best of these. Line. At least at that position, it looks nice. Looking good, Ginger. Let's go. It's like a straight 90 degrees. I can't have it a straight 90 degrees. That looks weird. It's better. That's preferable. Alright. A little bit of shading would probably go a long way on this one too. Adding an extra tone and whatnot. Huge jump in quality. Very true. Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora was legitimately lobotomized. Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's just, he really does have a real character in 2. And then in 3, I guess they just took that away. He was just... he was just a little bit of a cardboard cutout. Just a little bit, right? It's like they were scared. They were scared of the Kingdom Hearts 2 version of him. They didn't want him to have sass anymore. He had so much sass in 2. That's really what I like about him. First of all, he like said exactly what I was thinking all the time. And he was so sassy. He was just such a little sass ball. I loved it. I loved it so much. He was literally me, you know? Maybe that's just because they were trying to make him more edgy. Because you know how they had their edge phase. But you gotta keep the sass. It's like the best part of his character. They took it away. Bring back sassy Sora, please. I want the version of Sora that, like, mocks the villain after they kill somebody. That was amazing. That was great. That's the Sora I love. Just thinking of, what's it, Maleficent or whatever. They, like, meet Pete and he's like, oh, what happened to Maleficent? And they're like all laughing together, like, oh, maybe we had something to do with it. We fucking killed her. I mean, you know, you can't actually kill anyone in this game series. It's impossible. But it was funny. All right. It was just a very funny response to be like, have this shit-eating grin. Just like, teehee, Maleficent's gone, fuevas. Maleficent is also really cool. Why doesn't she ever do anything? She's just in the background of these games being cool, but she never does anything. What the heck? Make her do something. Give her something to do. She's bored. Anyway, so we finished 2. I guess we're gonna move on to 1, because like we played a little bit of it before, but we never finished that. We also like started 1 on, I believe, critical, or like whatever the hardest difficulty is, and as it turns out, that is a huge pain in the ass to do. So we might just restart it at a different difficulty. We did play through all of 2 on critical. That was not as painful. I don't know why it was so painful for 1 specifically. I don't know what that says about how they moved the goalpost later on, but you know, it is what it is. Isn't that a Nomura thing? His characters start out as actual characters and then they turn into emo kids. I don't know. They had the end of 3, they had that like trailer fight for whoever the fuck, right? I don't care. I don't care about what other character they're trying to sell us on. It's so insulting. How dare you? Ugh. You're gonna cry. Genuinely one of my favorite lines. Yeah, it's fantastic. That's why you need sassy characters, man. I think I might be almost done, at least with Ginger here, and maybe I'll edit Ichabod a little bit more, and then we can come back on stream and finish him. Forget it. then there's like, I guess, the tree and grass, which is maybe not like as important. Although I'm very hit when it comes to drawing nature. I think it's not I don't think it's a lack of understanding. I think it's more so just pure laziness on my part. That's more of a personal flaw I gotta figure out, so that I'm not so inconsistent with like how well I draw certain things. I kind of got away with it in the actual comic because I use a lot of assets for the backgrounds. But in the future, I would not like to rely so much on that, of course. Learning to draw backgrounds and everything, that's all crucial for doing comics. You cannot run away from it forever. As much as you would like. I'll do a little bit more of a shadow on this. Man, you know, I don't know if anyone else has this issue. My stylus has this weird issue where every now and then it'll like make these really warbly lines out of nowhere, and I just gotta fiddle with it until it stops. Might be doing that right now. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's just the brush. I'm not getting a new tablet though. I'm so done with getting new tablets. Never want to get a new tablet again. Just all people ask me like, "Oh, Dannphan, what's a good tablet with?" It's like they're all bad, all of them. There are no good tablets anymore. They're all bad. Stop asking. This one's fine. This one's fine, and it's like affordable and whatnot. But you know, I still have random problems with it that in theory I shouldn't have, but I do. Thoughts on Invincible? Like general thoughts, if I like it or not? Well, I'm not really into that kind of thing, you know? In general, like, shock type of stuff really bores me. Just, oh, if it's shocking, then that's like enough. But for me, it's like, no, it's not enough. So I didn't watch it after episode 1 I like got that far and then just didn't watch any more of it because I didn't really like the characters. It's kind of like people. I mean, I guess it's really not that unique anymore. Taking a superhero genre and then like adding a bunch of gore to it because, like, obviously, Invincible has done it, and then The Boys has done it. I never really liked The Boys either. It's like that same kind of thing where it's just like, oh, well, I don't really care about like shock stuff. I think it's kind of boring. So it just doesn't appeal to me. But I also didn't like how weird and pessimistic The Boys was. I'm a glutton for hope content. I like feel good stuff, you know? Not that I'll never enjoy something edgy. Of course I'll enjoy the occasional edgy thing. But even the occasional edgy thing, I would prefer it to like have a happy ending at the very least. I am a glutton for happy stuff. Should it be going the same direction? Probably. What's the angle on this? 116? It's so oddly specific. Let's make it 115 because I like it when it ends in a 5. Okay. We have a ginger. I'll label this. Hang on. Come on. Ooh, there we go. Ginger. Oh, look at me. I'm so organized. I named my file. Oh, I don't need the light source on there. I named my file. I'm so organized. Okay. That's all we're going to do for now. I'm going to fix Ichabod first. Once I fix him, we can do Ichabod next. I gotta fix his face. His face got issues. It's such a difficult, it really is a difficult angle face that I chose to do. I chose to do a tilted head and also facing down. It was so awkward. Why have I done that to myself? Well, that's fine. We'll do more next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another drawing stream, though. I'm sorry I haven't really done many of these. Part of it is just I don't want to do drawing streams for spoiler type of stuff. I know that some people can be really upset, I guess, by finding spoilers. I don't really mind it myself when I see spoilers for something, but I know like some people like get driven mad. And that's fine because like I am at this point inking the last chapter. So it's literally all spoilers basically. But I will still do the drawing streams for the people who are in the highest tier of Subscribestar. You get access to the private Discord. And I do spoiler drawing streams on there. I also do like the streams where I'm doing like the drafting part, the sketching part. If you enjoy that process, I enjoy doing it when nobody's watching, but you know, I'll do that, of course, on the Discord streams. And what else? Also, people can post their own comics on the private Discord to get critiqued or get feedback or whatever, and that's fun too. The Boys was pretty much the writer hates comics and Dune needs therapy. Yeah, Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know people really liked The Boys when it first started out, but I guess now people don't like it so much because the recent seasons were not good, from what I heard. I've never looked at the comics either. I've only ever seen random episodes from the series, and I didn't like it, as you can imagine. Yeah, very pessimistic. Uh, Lots of gore porn, I guess. What is that? What they call it? Gore porn? They call it something like that. I know because it's like the same type of audience who enjoys Saw movies. They really like um, lots of random gore, and I am not into that at all. It's not something that'll impress me at all. if you put if you put that in your comics or in your TV shows or movies, it's not gonna win me over. If anything, it'll just push me away. Personal preference, I know. There are instances in which gore is necessary, but I'm not into excessive gore, I guess. It was funny. I was actually watching this one OVA not too long ago. As I mentioned, I'm on a bit of an anime OVA kick, right? It was a fantasy one, right? And the first half is very me, doesn't really go anywhere, and then the second half is just an all-out fight. And rated R OVA anime. So the first half, it's like a lot of titties, like a lot of boobies on the screen, right? But it's not supposed to be happy titties. Like, you're not gonna be like, yay, titties, because they're getting molested, It's not good. These are bad titties, right? These are oh no, titties. Oh god. Oh no, they're being touched and people are upset and crying. This is bad. It didn't have to be this way. But when you see a scene like that, you need more gore to balance out. I've watched all these titties being touched in bad ways. I need these people to die in very violent ways to make up for all that. They did not have enough gore. They needed more gore, actually, because you get this traumatizing scene of someone almost being raped, and then the person comes in to save her, but it's like a cutaway. They do a black screen and then a slashing sound, and I guess she kicked them, I guess, but there's no blood. I don't even think they're dead. They just fall on the ground. It's come on, that's it. I watch these titties being touched in bad ways for that long, and now you're just gonna kick them. You needed more gore for that OVA, and that's one of those rare instances where I think more gore was actually necessary, because I don't like excessive gore when it's not necessary. But in this case, it was absolutely necessary, because yeah, they should die. But anyway, it's another random tangent. Talking about all these random OVAs that I've seen. Maybe I'll review that one later if people want to hear my random obscure anime reviews in the future. It could be another series that we do on the channel, obscure OVA reviews. I really like the thrift store ones, but I'm not always going to be able to find anime DVDs at this thrift store. So maybe that's what what I can do. I can do random OVA reviews instead. If I can't find anything at the thrift store, we'll just hit the randomizer on whatever totally legal anime streaming service that I'm using. But yeah, thank you for joining me for another drawing stream. We'll finish this up next time. Once I edit Ichabod, his torso is kind of too long. His face is kind of messed up. I'm not sure how I feel about this arm. I guess it's okay. I guess the arm's okay. But Ginger looks good. She looks normal-ish. So we'll leave it here for now. Thank you for tuning in, hanging out with me for a while. I appreciate it. And besides this one, there's another chapter cover that I have to do. I was thinking of doing it of Helga. You might know that character as like the chicken girl. She's the one in all the promotional material that like is carrying around her pet chicken. So maybe I can figure out a fun pose to put Helga in, and we can do that one for the next chapter cover drawing stream. But until then, I should focus more on maybe just finishing up the last 20-something pages that I gotta do. After that, I'm gonna give it out to some beta readers to look over. And then it's all about the editing. Because boy, oh boy, does this comic need some editing before it is 100% ready. But once everything is done, I think people are really going to enjoy it. I think you're really going to see a huge improvement from the first book in both writing and art, I would say. Both. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you next time, hopefully, maybe Friday. If we do another Friday stream, I think we will. So yeah, good night, everybody. See you soon-ish, maybe.